Yeah. Woo. I ain't tryna bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got a chance, but I don't see how. Got a real tight grip when I hold that crown. My life been good and bad and all around. The more things I lost, the more I found. One thing I taught myself to do, no matter the problem, refuse to lose. So, how you want it, man? You can choose. If you can't take the heat, don't light the fuse. See, I walk in slow and ignite the room. Like fire, everything I touch, I consume. I'm getting up while y'all just snooze. While you make breakfast, man, I'm on the move. I'm the first one in and the last one out. Whoever owns the place gotta drag me out. In me I trust, yeah, I smell like success, this Elon Musk, huh? Everybody wanna be like us, we don't stop, cause the top just ain't enough, huh? I ain't never gay, no, I ain't scared, man, you know black men don't blush, huh? Came here ready to fight on this night, you better just run for your life. Won't you come and see what it's like? Living by the rules that you write. You ain't know those lavish delights. Now you had no back in sight. All the little lies you recite just makes all the savage unite. Usually I'm very polite, but I'ma get savage tonight. Even when a dog being nice, every single dog gonna bite. You might think I'm wrong, but I'm right. Just let it get a strong appetite. I'ma let it breathe just a little. Give it to you strong, heavy metal. I don't make a sound when I strike. You better just run for your life. Run for your life.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ward Radio live stream. I am your host, Cardinellis. Today, I am joined in the studio by a killer cast. We got a full house here in studio. I am joined by the Worldwide Youth Committee
What's
here.
up?
We're going to be recording some really fun, cool content. But don't worry, we got some adults in the room. We got Luke Hansen here, editor of...
I'm actually not in the room, but...
Yes, editor of Ward Radio News. You're looking dapper today, bro. I'm digging it.
Thank you. The shirt looks black. It's actually a navy blue.
Okay, all right. Well, you look like a mixture of Johnny Cash and Sicario, which I think is a very tasteful look. And we've also got with us none other than Jared Bell. What's going on, my man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, one of the best parts about living near Los Angeles International Airport is a lot of people come and go through LA. And today we got Jared here, who is the sole proprietor of a bunch of memes here. And so we got the Worldwide Youth Committee here that we just recorded a bunch of fun content with.
Guys.
Yeah, that's he's like, hey guys, what's going on? You know, that is going to look at the first couple of these memes before their parents pick them up from the studio. So anyway, yeah, it's going to Jared, how does it feel, man? You just ran into a studio full of a bunch of teenagers, my man. How do you feel, dog?
I definitely had questions walking in, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is hot in here, and there was a lot of energy. But they've been teaching me slang, dude. They've been teaching me. So yeah, it's is that still the latest, man? Is the whole skibbity toilet thing?
I mean, yeah, we love skibbity toilet.
If there was one word that we had to learn as we exited the Ward Radio wigwam, what would it be if some of the boomers on our show wanted to be cool with their grandkids? What would it be, dog?
Probably Sigma. Yeah. Yeah,
Really?
Sigma, yeah.
Really?
Sigma.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, why? What's being a Sigma?
Because
mean?
when
Just
you're-
like a Sigma male, like not an
Yeah.
alpha or a beta, just a
Like
Sigma?
you're Sigma. Like
Yeah,
when
you're
you're
just-
Sigma, that's like you're the captain of an NFL team. Like you're just you're the best of the best. Like
Okay.
you're Sigma.
Okay, cool. What do you got in front of you? Oh, hey, you came bearing gifts. So, Jared, really fast, tell us who you are. I'm going to put on the screen how people should know you. We're just having a fun little hangout stream here. Okay,
How
guys?
haters imagine.
But this is how I met Jared Bell. It was online, and he made a really funny meme. And so I instantaneously, as soon as I saw, I DM'd him on Twitter, and I said, bro, you got to come in the studio because this was absolutely hilarious. And what do you know? He was here within a week. So we're just going to watch and react to this first meme. Then we're going to get to know Jared a little bit. He came bearing gifts. Maybe we'll react to some of the gifts. Maybe we'll react to some more memes. I don't know. We're just having a hangout stream here. And we're having a lot of fun. So just so you get to know him, here is the first meme I saw from one Jared here. Boom.
How haters imagine Mormonism was created.
Okay. Brethren, here's how we do it. We tell them their salvation depends on tithing.
Nice.
And after many, many decades of careful saving and investing, it becomes a multi-billion-dollar organization.
Excuse me, Brother Joseph. What's in it for us?
Okay, don't get too excited, but I'm thinking a steady stream of upper middle class income.
What?
Yeah. Just let me finish, okay? We're also going to travel around the world
Nice.
preaching about Jesus and serving people we don't even know instead of enjoying retirement.
But what about all those tithing dollars in our growing investments?
Oh, that all just gets invested back into the church. You see, I'm thinking we build big, expensive temples. And then get this, we never sell them to make a profit. Yeah, we just keep them forever. I mean, we'll have to pay the electricity bill, but isn't it genius?
Wait, we're gonna spend the golden years of our lives traveling around the world, preaching about Jesus,
Yes.
serving people, and building temples,
Go on.
and all we're getting is an upper middle class stipend?
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
And just how long do we do this for, Brother Joseph?
Until we die.
Based.
Wait, so who said based, by the way? That was Brigham Young, right?
That was Brigham Young.
That
Okay,
was
cool.
Great.
All right, so let's dive right in, dude. Stare straight down the barrel of the camera. You're a funny guy. That was a funny meme. Introduce yourself, man. Tell us who you are. A lot of people know you from Twitter. I'm going to put your profile up here. I recognize this profile, actually, from your opening phrase. I think it's quite hilarious, where it said, if you're reading this because we're in a debate and you're looking for ammo to use against me, just give up. You're done. So I thought that was pretty hilarious. And you're not like some like crazy Desnat that all of a sudden my bishop's going to be talking to me about having you in the studio, right?
No, actually, Luke made sure of that I was not a Desnat.
Oh, okay,
In
cool,
fact,
cool.
I think
Oh,
most
so
of the
now it's my
Desnat-
fault if he's crazy.
Yeah. Now, so I was about to say, yeah, like these memes aren't going to get me in trouble with these people's parents, right? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's a separate question. That's something else entirely.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. So anyway, yeah, dude, what's your story, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then show us the gifts you brought, the whole 9 yards, man.
Well, the gifts I brought were those Prime drinks. I messaged Luke. I'm married to a Mexican, so traditionally, whenever I'm invited into somebody's home, I'm supposed to bring a gift, and those were the best that Luke could provide for me. That you guys,
Prime.
yes,
Prime. All right. Is that still a popular thing? Prime?
not to me. I don't drink Prime. This is my beverage right here.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I've
Monsters.
never had Prime before. Is it good?
Wait a second,
wait.
Luke. You told
Carden.
me you guys get Prime.
What? Well, my son gets Prime big time. Like he, dude,
Oh
like
my
when
gosh.
Luke Paul
No, you
came out
had
with
him,
Prime.
Carden.
I did.
Luke,
Well, they're
you
probably in the
failed me.
fridge. I've never. Oh wait, no, that's the coconut-based drink.
I don't know what it
Right?
is. I don't drink the stuff.
Yeah, no, actually, I had one. I had one once. It was the yellow Prime, but I remember that for a long time the multicolored Prime was sold out. Is that what you brought us? I don't know.
I brought a variation of Primes.
Okay,
I don't know
cool.
which one you liked, but
Well, try them
apparently
out,
you don't.
guys. Tell me, are they pretty good? What do you guys think? Is Prime worth it? Because those things were like $5 a bottle here
$5?
for a while.
Actually,
yeah.
it was 3 for $6. So
Yeah,
it
that's
was a
gone
no-brainer.
down.
Okay,
no, when they
steal.
came out, they were arbitraging Prime.
They were so expensive.
Yeah, because the most popular flavors you couldn't get. So kids that had them could resell them for like $5 to $10 at school. Do you remember those days, guys? Or am I
Yeah.
just the only one?
No kidding.
Yeah, dude, for real. It was pretty
don't
hardcore.
even know.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna have fun. Tell us about yourself, who you are, what got you into the meme game, the whole 9 yards. These guys are gonna sample the Prime. Tell us if the the gifts you brought us were pretty good. And then we'll just go from there, man. So, yeah, tell us who you are, what you're about. It's fun kind of getting to see these faces on Twitter from the Bloggernacle actually in real life. And then I want to go over these memes, dude. Apparently, I understand that you brought memes to the Ward Radio Wigwam, right?
Those are the real gifts right there, the memes. So a little bit of background info on me is that I live in Utah and I travel pretty often, but and so I used to be a priest quorum advisor, but my bishop released me and he gave me this interesting calling, which was to run the newsletter for our ward, send out information about what's up and coming and everything. And so the very first question I asked him was, Bishop, can I send memes? And he said, absolutely you can.
Your bishop gave you the official papal bull in your ward to send out memes?
Yes, he's like 45-ish, 42, 45-ish, so it was pretty cool with him.
Wow. Okay. Do you get that privilege, Luke? I don't think my bishop knows what a meme is.
I'm the ward mission leader.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get there one day.
All right, cool. My bishop, hey, he's a Giga Chad. He's a Giga Chad rocket scientist, literal rocket scientist. But I think if I were to walk up and say, yo, dog, can I drop some memes in the church newsletter? He'd probably be like, what? Like, is that a threat? You know what I'm saying? It'd be pretty rough, man. So I see you buried in your phone. Are you just like downloading more memes or what?
Dude, I have so many memes, it's ridiculous.
Okay, well, let's start looking at them. Do you have any particular ones that are funny? You just have this week's one?
We've got all sorts of stuff in the Discord.
Okay, then I'm going to pull this up.
There are tons of them.
I'm going to pull this up in the Discord. So are these, oh my goodness gracious.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's so many of them.
Dude, you have an absurd amount of memes in the Discord. What the heck? This is all your church newsletter, bro?
Not all of them all at the same time.
Are you, what the heck, dog?
It's the
Dude,
mantle I carry.
Better be paid.
You what?
With being in charge of the ward newsletter. So here's the thing. Okay, this was a progression of things. I used to steal memes, and I still sometimes do, and I put it in the newsletter. But it got to a point where I was running out of memes. There's only so many LDS memes you can find on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere else for that matter. And even the other ones that you do find, they're not that great or that funny.
Okay.
So I started taking templates, that's what we call them, meme templates.
Okay.
Empty ones that you generally see online, and started trying to figure out something. My very first meme actually was the one where, if you remember, the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce was yelling at his coach.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
And it's in the Discord. I put it in there. It's
dude, you put it in there.
Third of the way down.
Yeah, it's
holy
right
smoke.
over here.
Like a third of the way down. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to our meme list right here, right, and go a third of the way down. And I'm looking for Travis Kelce when he's screaming at his coach.
You passed it.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Where is it, bro? Tell me.
Maybe it's a quarter of the way down.
Up.
Keep going up.
Keep going up.
Keep going up.
Okay,
right
yeah. Oh, there we are. Okay, boom. Here we go.
Everybody was posting that meme.
Do you read what this says? Oh, that is savage. It literally says, I am the only begotten, worship me. And then it says, depart from me, Satan. For this is so funny, dude.
If you guys thought that one was funny, then we're in for a good night.
For this one God only will I worship, which is the God of glory. So you were allowed to put that in your church newsletter, bro?
Actually, this one I was not. I was not able to put this one in. And Bishop, the reason why is because it seemed maybe a little bit blasphemous. Just a little bit, just a tad bit. So it was not approved by the bishop.
Okay.
But he's actually going to be watching this this live, so he's probably going to change his mind after.
Okay, so hey, kids, here, pick a number between 1 and 40 really fast.
26.
Oh.
Okay, so
Actually,
26.
Like between
Okay,
1 and
you
100.
girls, pick one.
37. That's what I was going to say.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so 26 and 37. I'm going to go to meme 26 and 37. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Boom, here we go. When they call me, this is Han Solo. When they call me a heretic. When they call me a believer of a false Christ. when they call me a member of a cult. And then no to when they call me Mormon. Dude, that's funny. That is funny right there. All right. And then what was the other one? 37? Okay, 37. So that was 26. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. This one says, do you like proclamations? Oh, this is from, what's that movie? Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
Okay. Do you like proclamations? Yeah. How do you like this proclamation? Progmos? Oh, and it's a copy of the Proclamation of the Family. I don't think the Worldwide Youth Committee knows what a progmo is.
Oh,
Hey, what's
boy.
a progmo?
Dude, what is a progmo? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
hey, hit me up.
It's
I'll let you do
bloggernacle slang for a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints that is progressive politically, like kind of woke, but kind of puts their wokeism before their religion. Instead of like a moprog is somebody who is a progressive member of the church, but they're a member of the church first, and their progressivism comes second. And then there's that other weird kind that's like super woke and kind of annoying and problematic and all that other stuff. And it's called progmos. And they oftentimes dislike the family proclamation for assorted reasons that we can describe in a later podcast. But yeah, that was, see, I'm teaching you slang now, right? So what's the next one? I see crying Wojak guy, and he says, "You're not Christian." Jesus loves you, brother. That's funny. Do you guys still get that? Do you guys get that at school? People saying you're not Christian?
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. What's the who's saying that? Is that like still like there was like this movie called The Godmakers in like the 70s. It was super boring and cringe that kind of started that whole trend amongst some other churches and whatnot. But it still continues to this day, huh? Where they say like you're not Christian.
I don't think it's I don't think it's as bad, but I don't like. It's just people still like say that, and I just say like it's like a type of Christian, you know.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, hit it. Yeah. What were you going to say?
I don't even know.
Like,
I had
pick another
something and then
number.
it, like,
Pick
slipped
another
my
number, or
mind.
should we just start burning through? You know what? We'll just start burning through. So we've got different things right here. Girls, I can't believe he didn't cry at the Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Boys, when Jesus heals the man, and he's just like totally teary-eyed.
I think every guy cries in that scene. There's just no way that you can't cry watching that part. Like everything else is cringe beforehand, but that scene in particular, it's like very emotional.
Yeah, dude. I got to tell you, the Bible videos were well done. You know what the best one is? Jesus talking to Nicodemus. Original Bible videos from like 12 years ago of the scene of, if you actually watch, it's one steady cam shot from a crane that goes on for like 6 minutes straight.
Oh, so there's no cuts?
Oh yeah, there's like no cuts. And he's like, well, how can a man crawl back into his mother's womb? You say he must be born again. And he says, look at the wind, it go wherever it listeth, but you feel it. Yeah, it's like one hardcore you didn't realize that? Yeah, it was like Children of Men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking up on YouTube Bible videos, and then I think it's Nicodemus and Jesus. It's hopefully we're the first hit, right? So no, geez, man, we're buried. Come on, church SEO, what's going on? I'll go to BibleVideos.org. But anyway, back to the memes. We'll go back to the memes, and then I'll pull that one up a little bit later. Before we go, though, we do have to read some super chats, though. We got some people here that have asked us a couple of questions here via super chat. Oh my gosh, we got a ton of super chats here. So hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to read the super chats. Ben Giles, welcome base to Telestial Ticket. And Mary Lou Howarth just gifted 5 Ward Radio memberships.
Nice.
Thank you, Mary Lou. You're awesome and generous. Dude, she's always dropping these memberships. Like, holy smoke, this channel is like half sponsored by her now. Stephen Diamond says, Carden, we need a meme lord Q15 on the Discord. We have some great meme lords. Obviously, Jonah is one in the meme lord Q15. Make a meme lord roll, please. Hey, I got to talk to Jonah and Ethan and all of our blessed and lovely Discord mods. Maybe make that possible. Charlene.
Well, apparently, you got to talk to Jared.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's true, man. That's true. Donald Trump Jr. calls himself a general in the meme war. Do you feel comfortable with the title of at least captain in the meme war?
Well, in the LDS spectrum, yeah, maybe.
Who are the top memers, would you say?
That's a good question. I would say that Moremonger, aka Lego, would be one of them.
Hey, okay.
I would also say Eric Meadows would be one of them. I would also say Braden Disguise would be one of them. Obviously, there's Mormon R, which I don't know if you guys know.
I don't know who these people are, man. This is crazy.
Mormon
okay.
R is so surprising. They come up with the craziest.
Oh wait, you
creative
mean
stuff.
Mormoner?
It's a
Mormoner.
Yeah, Mormoner.
Okay.
It's not Mormon R. It's
Well, I don't
Mormoner.
know.
Yeah.
It's
How do I know
spelled
that?
Mormon
You
R.
don't know that. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's Mormoner. That's where. Okay, cool. Awesome. I was gonna say that's where
like
someone.
the first presidency of memes is Lego, Jared, and Mormoner.
Okay.
In my mind,
Charlene.
There's a lot of others, though. I will say that there are.
it's
plenty
true.
Of
It's
others.
true.
Okay, cool. Charlene Lundquist asks, "Are girls Sigma too? Can girls be Sigmas too?"
Girls
Ladies.
can
Yes.
be Sigmas.
Will, am I Sigma?
Mia, Kate, you're a Sigma.
For sure.
Yeah.
I-
Oh, dude, you just like skipped over Mia. That was
Yeah,
brutal.
wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mia, you're a
Be nice.
massive Sigma.
Just well, let's choose a better adjective.
Yeah.
You're a big.
No, I'm just kidding.
ChatGPT says girls can absolutely embody the qualities associated with Sigma personality.
I
Yeah,
think
so
there
we're
you
more
go.
Sigma. I think we're more Sigma.
Oh, you're more Sigma, of
Whoa.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
good girl power. All right.
Straight bullets for
Shara
boys.
Allison says Jared should be the bishop of X. Ooh, I hear that there's actually I hear that there's a group informally called the Twitter First Ward that are like a lot of popular Twitter people, and that like if you're cool, you're in the Twitter First Ward. Is that true?
If it is true, I'm not part of it.
Are you the bishop of the Twitter First Ward, and you just don't admit it on live?
No, I would admit it. There's no chance.
Okay, and then Cheryl Allison says, Carden, have you explained frogmo?
Oh,
I know what a progmo is. What's a
Oh,
frogmo?
yes.
Actually, Luke was on a space with me the other night.
It was fun.
We talked about frogmos a little bit.
What the heck's a frogmo?
So let me try and explain it.
Is this something? Are the parents of these kids going to get pissed at me?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Right. Awesome.
So you have progmo, which is more so on the left spectrum. You have frogmo, which is now on the right spectrum. People that are, unhappy with how the first presidency or the church in general has actually been in these, past decade, I would guess.
Okay,
especially during
interesting.
COVID.
Is this what James Lindsay calls the woke right? Is that kind of like
I think
frogmo?
you
Would
could
you say?
that. They're the people who had a big problem with the vax recommendation from President Nelson.
Oh, so like
It's
the polygamy
that
deniers
crowd.
and stuff, or what?
I think polygamy, they kind of fall in the same camp, actually.
Okay.
They're kind of their own thing. Polygmos, anti-palm, I don't know.
Okay, rock on. Well, we got Austin Fife in the chat saying, "What a fun group." Jared is a G.
Jared the G.
Ooh, he's a G.
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
G.
I'm not sure if
dude.
that's a good thing or not.
Yeah.
It's
is.
a good thing.
It's a
Okay.
great thing.
That's
I'll take it.
okay. Hey, that slang term has endured a solid 40 years now, because Warren G was rapping about being one of the OGs, and Gangsta's Paradise was extolling the virtues of being a G. In 1994. So it's 2024. That's a 30-year span of a slang term. It's kind of like cool, though. Cool will never go out of style. You can always say, like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And people know exactly what you're talking about. All right. So, Austin, thank you very much for the contribution. And last super chat until we start diving into the rest of these memes says, Tomahawk maybe it's horse? I can't see because
says
there's just
Horner.
a bunch of... Horner? What is...
Yeah, like a last name, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Like
dude,
James Horner.
Dude, if
the
his name
composer
is
of the Avatar
Tomahawk-
soundtrack.
Tomahawk is a W name.
Dude, that's a total awesome name. If his real name is Tomahawk, that's pretty awesome. So Tomahawk says, I don't know what to say, so I love you guys. Trudeau sucks, free Canada. Ward Radio forever. Christ is king. Let Zion in her beauty rise. Excellent. I agree. Let Zion in her beauty rise. And he just slipped in another super chat. Crandall Logan says, I am 24 Gen Z, and I'm pretty sure Carden knows more of my generation's lingo than I do. Let me tell you, just wait until you have kids. Wait until you have
I'm right
kids.
there with you, Crandall.
And, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So, your kids aren't using slang yet, right, Luke?
No, I don't know if they ever will. I'm like a 50-year-old in a 28-year-old's body that looks like a 23-year-old.
Okay.
So
Wait a second.
Yeah, they're not-
How old are you? I thought you really were like 25 or something.
no, I'm 28.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude. Hey, that's a good problem to have, Doc. But are you
I'm
like
in
one
the
of those?
really awkward between millennial and Gen Z range. Like my year I was born is the cutoff year.
That's funny.
Painful.
All right. Well,
But
if you guys,
if we're done with the super chats, is there another one that showed up?
yeah, let's hit it. Oh, there's one more super chat that hit out. We got to say goodbye to the worldwide youth committee. They're jamming. So you got
So
well, some of
long,
them are. You know
farewell.
what
I'll
I'm
be back in a
saying?
bit.
Yeah. You guys will come back.
It's just the coolest that are leaving.
Yeah. Oh, savage. So last two super chats right here. Crandall Logan and Ben Giles say. Oh, Ben Giles says, "Hail, brother Jared. We are all Mahanrai Moriankamer." Is this some kind of like QAnon where one goes, we all go? What was the QAnon phrase? Where we
Are you
go?
doing the I am Spartacus?
No, it's like a we are all Mohanrai Moriankamer. Is this it's like I am Spartacus, like.
Well, I mean, technically, you guys are all my brothers, which makes you Mahanrai Moriankamer.
All right. And how did the church pay you to get on Ward Radio? Did they finally upgrade you to Delta First Class?
They actually did this time around. They wanted me to be here for this episode for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm not as
No,
well versed on Twitter. Are you a big deal on Twitter, bro?
I don't really know, actually. I'm too embarrassed to even ask about it. I think I am okay. I think the biggest one is probably going to be Manhatva and Lego. I think those two are kind of...
Talk about our boy Ben. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, and Lego Joseph Smith, he owes me an appearance for over 6 months now. He's said
flaky.
yes.
He's flaky as heck.
He said yes, and I'm going to make a whole costume for him with some prop designers down here in LA where he looks like actual Lego Joseph Smith. I changed my website for him. I changed my website for that guy so the family members of his that were concerned about an appearance in the flesh
Are you
and
serious?
not behind Twitter, yes, would feel more comfortable. That mofo owes me. So if you're listening, Lego, you better show up. Because the memes, man, we got to have the memes.
I wouldn't trust it.
Brandon Cole says, per super chat, shout out from Fog, Fat Old Guy's Defense, in the earlier live stream link. Discord member King Bean Dip's child was born today. Oh, a member of the Ward Radio Wigwam just celebrated bringing a child in this world. Everybody, let's put a W in the chat for King Bean Dip's child, which
W.
is awesome. So
That is awesome.
yeah, and then Ben
Actually,
Giles.
I'll do a little W since it's a little child. There we go.
Yeah, perfect. And Jared is Manhatva Light, he says. Also, oh, you know what, bro? We might have to give this one out. Discord member King Bean Dip's child was born today. You know what, Brandon? You just scored somebody some really interesting merch that nobody's ever seen before. Look behind you. On the bottom row, there's two onesies that I originally were going to get for my twin nieces, but they outgrew them. Do you see any Ward Radio onesies down there on the bottom row? Do you see any Ward Radio onesies? You know? No, they're not in plastic. They've actually been printed with Ward Radio. And they're black material, so it might be hard to see. But yeah, no, that's a regular Ward Radio shirt. If they're not easy to find, you can skip it. But I straight up have onesies there. You're not seeing them too easily?
No, not really.
Ah, bummer. All right. Well, I was about going to score this guy a free onesie, but I got to make sure I find him first. So Bean Dip's child might be getting a onesie here if you can work that out on the Discord. And then Ben Giles, Prodigal Son Matt says, if you're not on X, it's time to join and help us build Zion.
That is absolutely
You
true.
know, this I think is an appropriate point.
Okay.
Because we're talking about babies being born and building Zion in fun ways, like being on X. I just put out on X, and I've talked about it here. I'm getting together whoever's willing and able to go to D.C. on the 24th of January to march as a group of Latter-day Saints. I'm going to try and get a big banner for us, Latter-day Saints for Life, in the annual March for Life in Washington, D.C. that they do.
Wow.
Tens of thousands of people there. There's always tons of Catholics there. This diocese, this Catholic university, these nuns, this cloister, all this stuff. Zero Latter-day Saints, no missionaries.
Yeah, why is that?
And
Why
I'm
don't we
like,
have
come on, let's represent, because I think we need to send the message both to members within our faith and then also to other faiths that we're here, we're pro-life, we're unapologetic, it's in our doctrine, and we're going to fight for change.
So is that a member problem, or is that a structural lack of PR problem? Is it just like the church would
I'll go
love
with
us?
both.
You go with both.
I'll go with
huh?
both. Yeah.
Okay. What were
I
you
think
gonna
it's
say?
fairly, but I'm trying to change it where I can. You know,
So-
do your own little piece, lift where you stand. So I'm going to be there on the 24th. I just reserved my hotel like 2 days ago, and whoever else wants to come, I have an email list of people together, and a couple of people have reached out through Ward Radio. So thank you for that, and hopefully we'll have a pretty good group together.
Okay. Yeah, Jared, hit
So
us.
yeah, just what I was gonna say is I don't think Latter-day Saints, we're not much of protesting or movements when it comes to walking on streets and everything like that. We never have been like that. We've been pretty quiet and reserved and to ourselves, culturally speaking. And so I think that's why we don't go out often to, protest abortions, which we should and loudly should. But I actually told my boss a couple of months ago, I told her it was when Donald Trump won for presidency. I said, hey, do everything you can to make sure that I'm in D.C. that week. I definitely want to be there for the inauguration.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of cool. Have you been able to like piggyback onto other events and stuff like that before?
No, actually not. Well, except for this time right now, being here with you guys. I was in the area and I just figured, hey, you know what? Because somebody had recommended it on X. They said, hey, when are you going to be on Ward Radio? And I'm like, dude, I'm actually in the area. I should probably reach out and see because I got nothing to lose. Why not?
Dude, rock on. Yeah, we don't bite. We don't bite. We actually have a lot of fun. And, dude, we got some cool cats in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Well, let's burn through some of these memes, dog. I want to see
So
what
I
this
actually
do.
have my own submission that hasn't seen the light of day yet.
Oh, you do?
And I want Jared's opinion on it.
Okay, is it the last one in the Discord?
It's the YouTube link, yeah.
The YouTube link. You made a meme. All right, okay.
I made a YouTube short.
Well, just to clarify too, memes are images, whereas banger videos, those are going to be videos. We call them banger videos. That's what I call them, at least.
Okay.
So
I have
Okay.
a banger video.
it's a banger. Okay, let's see this banger.
Okay,
But
let's see what's
it
going
like
on.
follows the template that other, it's like a trend type of thing.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Well, then we're going to check this one out really fast. This is
And this
Luke-
is sound on.
Okay, so this is Luke's banger meme right here.
Video.
Banger video. LDS women, I want to go out peacefully in my sleep, surrounded by my family. Oh, I see.
But you
where
gotta
this
you
is
gotta
going.
put the volume up.
Okay, here we go.
Or am I just not hearing it?
Oh, bro, I already love it.
Okay, so I think,
Bro, I
we're-
love it. I love it. Dude, post that on X right now.
I would do that.
okay.
I actually, Cardin, you can take it. I can upload it to the Ward Radio YouTube channel, and we can just stick it out there.
Let's
Bro,
do
it's
it.
Ward Radio
beautiful.
thing.
It's beautiful. Why are you holding out on us, dog?
That is funny. Wait, here we go.
I wasn't. That's why I brought it. See, now it's out there.
Oh, that's funny. I can't play too much of the music though, or else I think I'm going to get copyright.
I don't think so. This is like
It's
the track
ubiquitous
that
enough.
everybody uses.
Everybody's using it now, yeah.
Yeah, but see what you can use on TikTok, you may not be able to use in a live stream on YouTube.
Really?
It's like on all
Yeah.
the. It's on YouTube Shorts. There's all sorts of YouTube Shorts that
Yeah,
have it too.
non-monetized ones, and they
True.
might, ruin our monetization. But we're all familiar with the men go out with their boots on meme, and we recognize the grandeur of your creativity, my friend.
Yeah, that's good.
So,
That's really good.
yeah, that is real good. And also, there was just no mute button on this. Oh, wait, no, there is. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to finish it right here. I'm going to go back and finish it because I found the mute button. Oh, dude, that is epic right there, dude. Oh, and you made it! Yeah, you did it at the right moment!
Beautiful.
Yes.
Dude,
Timed it.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10, man.
Okay,
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Do the young men approve?
We
Was it-
do approve. We approve.
Did it pass your cool test?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very Sigma.
Very
Now-
made it.
Super Sigma.
Super Sigma? Okay. So, Super Sigma. That's awesome. So, got a question for you. Amongst the youth nowadays, are LDS memes a thing? Or what?
Um,
Or are you still just in the general pop culture? You haven't gotten down into the LDS meme lore.
well, to be dead honest, I
If memes are not important to you guys, then my life has no purpose.
What, is that like a boomer thing now? Are memes a boomer thing now, or what, dog?
I watch a lot of memes. Like, I watch jokes, but like, I never like search up LDS memes. Like,
I will after tonight.
Yeah, I will after tonight.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
dude,
I will.
we're-
I'll be like just grinding it all night to just watching it.
It's a rite of passage at this point. I think you go to the temple and you do baptisms for the dead, and then go to In-N-Out afterwards.
While watching memes.
I think once you receive the Aaronic priesthood, you begin crafting memes under the tutelage of one Jared Bell. So, all right, we're gonna go, dude. I'm just pulling up literally just a screen capture here, because you have so many memes in this freaking Discord. I don't know where to start. So we're just gonna start from the top, and we're gonna burn through a buttload of memes here. Here's meme number 1. They fight like dragons, and it's really the Australian breakdancer. That's actually pretty funny. That was good. That was 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Then here is gospel principles being
Because I think this actually got a big reaction because I had posted this with the subtext saying, you know, I do miss old Sunday school. I even miss 3-hour church.
really.
Those were the glory days, man. I love 3-hour
Wait,
church.
do you have kids?
did?
Yeah.
You
You guys will never have it that good. It was good.
You liked it?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like 3-hour church, bro?
Well, well, I mean, well, like,
Do they even remember it?
well, I was in like primary.
You remember
I just remember. I didn't like remember it, but I just like for primary you like switch from like your class to like the like big room. But like I was just remembering like I don't want to become a deacon and just stay in the same room for 2 hours. That's just like because like
that is lame.
yeah, I can't sit for a while.
We used to play hangman in the church building. Yeah, you guys can't do that anymore. We did that. We did that. We did the search your scriptures. Like, all right, where does it talk about this? And we're looking for the scripture in the Bible or Book of Mormon. Oh, those were the glory days.
So sick. We just like our teachers are just like, all right, read Nephi 6, just like. Or not Nephi 6, well, but like you know
Like
what
first
I mean.
Nephi 6,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. All right. Hangman's still a thing though, because my wife was teaching Sunday school last week, and they had to bust out Hangman for some really cool words.
That's
in the
actually
chapter.
against the policy. Apparently, you're not.
Shut
allowed,
up!
You're not allowed to play hangman because it's hangman. You're
Are you
hanging
kidding
a
me?
man. Yeah. No, well, I'm not kidding you, but I'm being dead serious.
Wait,
Yeah.
Luke, you are the editor-in-chief of Ward Radio News. Have they taken away Hangman? Can you verify this?
I guess I'll have to go write a story on
Or
it.
is that just hearsay?
I'll go undercover.
Is that just hearsay from some frogmo? You know what I'm saying? That no, I'm just kidding.
I haven't seen it in the manual.
Okay.
But-
Wow. Man, they're taking everything away. They're taking the names of the. I just found out today from the Worldwide Youth Committee that they took away the names of the Maids and the Laurels and the Beehives, and they just call them like the older class and the younger class. And they got rid of. I just found out this 2 weeks ago, and this fried my this. It's got me a bee in my bonnet. Was yeah, you never heard that one before?
No, sir.
Yeah, you got to start using that now, bro. Bee in my bonnet. That's like from the 1920s, dog. I'm not kidding you. So, hot under the collar was another one they used to say. So, I found out they took away the perfect recitation of the sacrament prayer. That's gonzo now.
Yeah.
That you don't actually have to say the sacrament prayer word for word, and it's up
I
to
don't know if that one's actually true, though.
Where did you hear that?
No, that's in the handbook, and I looked it up. It's a change. The change.
Sure?
Oh, am I sure? Yeah, they altered it. Let me see. Change in LDS priesthood manual concerning sacrament prayer. It's now up to the discretion of the bishop. And I actually confronted my bishop on it. I said, dude, what are they doing? Like, it's the only actual sacred thing that we do during our Sunday services is the sacrament prayer. And he actually was totally like, oh, I'm all for it. Now, I don't know if he's just because he's an institutional stan that always, support the brethren, so on and so forth. But he did give a reason which I found valid. He said some young men, they're just like mortified of the error and so on and so forth. And I was like, well, dude, I know people that have overcome stuttering because they would work hard to be able to say the sacrament prayer correctly, and like the act of having to memorize and repeat something that was memorized apparently like travels through the brain a different way. So like the first time this young man with a speech impediment was actually able to speak clearly was because he learned how to memorize phraseologies in the sacrament prayer because he wanted to be able to bless the sacrament when he became a priest. So one of my dad's friends as a 16-year-old cured his like stuttering.
You're joking.
Because no, seriously. And so it's like now, like, it's the one thing that's sacred that you do during sacrament meeting, and you're worried about embarrassing some kid. Well, okay, I mean, if he butchers it 3 times in a row, have his friend do it. It's not like we're all sitting there going tisk tisk, you know? And like, I'm sorry, like some things are sacred, right? And then he did clap back though. Like my bishop, I give him credit, dude. Like sometimes I disagree with him and stuff, but he's got some good takes. And he said, dog, I would far rather that people worry about doing their home teaching visits than worry about how the young men say the sacrament prayer, dude. And I was like, I was like savage. I was like, I was pretty savage, dude. Like, that was pretty awesome. So yeah, my bishop's a Chad. He's pretty cool. I give him credit. Literal rocket scientist, brag on that, you know? So, all right. But here it is. According to recent updates in the LDS General Handbook, and I'm reading it right here. I'm going to put it on your screen so everybody can see it.
That's artificial intelligence.
Yeah, there have been no major changes to core principles of the sacrament ordinance, but there have been adjustments to streamline instructions around who can administer the sacrament, allowing more flexibility for local leaders to adapt to yeah, this is AI garbage. But the changes also aim to, this is from the official church newsroom, in August 2024, it looks like that was made. Yeah. So anyway, I talked to my bishop in person about this. So yeah, you don't have to say it perfectly anymore, man. Kind of crazy, huh? Yeah.
It's pretty odd.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the memes, dude. I want to see more of these memes, man. I got to check out these memes. So, and then we also got to read a bunch of these super chats that have come in, and we're going to read some of those. So anyway, we're just burning through the rest of these memes right here. Boom shagalaka. What's this one? Hey, church starts at 1:30 next year. Thanks, Bishop.
So this one I actually made recently because the bishop wanted me to put it in the newsletter that we're changing hours of the church. So I did it in the most obvious way.
That's the best time for church.
Well, all right, we're going to take hours debating that, but
no, that's the best time.
No,
1:30 is the worst. Church time.
No. First off, it is boomer cultural imperialism. All of this get up for 6 a.m. like bishopric meetings.
The boomers had a point about waking up that early.
Yeah, dude, I have 2 jobs. Sunday's my only sleep-in day, and like when I'm running on like an average of maybe 14 hours of sleep in the past 3 days, and Sunday's the only day that I can sleep in, I cannot get up before like 10:30 or 11. So 1 o'clock church, that's awesome, dude.
You and my bishop would agree, I think, but no way. When you have 5 to 3-year-old kids and they're hungry in the middle of the day, one of them's tired, running all over the place. Dude, it's misery.
Your ancestors crossed the plains at 1:30
First off,
every single freaking day. You know
my ancestors were not members of the church. I'm actually third generation
That's why you're
convert.
weak and you like 10:30 church.
Listen, I make up for it being from Texas, okay?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Hardcore. So, I stick by I love 1:30 church, and I grew up in a church building where there was a Spanish branch, and you got to just do what the Spanish branch does. I'm ready to protest like the Spanish branch, dude. They just would not show up. If church was changed to like 8 a.m. for them, 60% of the congregation just wouldn't be there. The Latinos were like, dude, we're not having it. Like, I'm sleeping in, and sorry, Jesus, you can wait. Batting average just went down to 25%. And no matter how much they culturally tried to finger wag and say, well, you will sacrifice. Dude, no. They always got the 1 o'clock start time, and all the other wards had to rotate around them from like the 3 p.m. start time to the 10 a.m. start time because they would just literally just like not show up. Best empanadas I ever had were in that freaking building, and it's probably because they got to sleep in.
So when I posted that meme, somebody had replied that same situation, that the Spanish ward is at 11 o'clock and everybody else had to rotate around them because apparently the stake presidency was talking with the bishopric of the Spanish-speaking ward and said the bishop had said that they just wouldn't go to church. There's just no way that they'd go to church. Being that my wife is Mexican, I understand time is very fluid with them, and so I'm actually always 15 minutes late. It doesn't matter if church starts at 1:30. I'm definitely always going to be 15 minutes late.
Okay, rock on. That's funny. That's funny. And then let me see here. Going to go to the next one really fast. Back here. Boom. Got it. So, no. Put it up on the screen. Here we go. Boom. But though we or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. Haters. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell in the earth and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. Haters. I don't get this one, bro. I don't get this one.
Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. Oh, Luke, do you want to explain?
Luke, you get this one?
I guess so.
Okay.
Well,
It's antinos.
The person is chill with the first quote, and then they're not chill with the second one. So when they're saying another, if we are an angel from heaven, they're like, yeah, those Mormons, those angels, they believe in them, those guys. And then when it gets to the verse about talking about another angel's going to come out of heaven with the gospel, then, they start sweating. They're like, oh, man.
I was debating about putting the whole verse in the meme because whenever a meme gets a lot of words in it, it becomes uninteresting after like 2 seconds. So I was debating on putting the whole thing or just the verses, but I don't think anybody would have looked at the verses. And anyway, just that one's not my better one. Thanks for showing that one up.
Oh, that's funny.
I liked it.
Okay, thanks, Luke.
Okay, cool. And then we'll keep going on to the next one. It says, if you guys got a jam, you can jam, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, dude, go grab your phone,
No,
dog.
you got to
Go
leave your
grab
phone here, man.
Yeah, no, you got to sacrifice, dude. You got to sacrifice. No having fun. So anyway, crap. Now I'm pulling this up really quick.
Take care.
The Discord. I'm looking for Discord. Fist bump on your way out. Here we go. Boom. Is Son of God himself will come down. He will restore eternal truths that have long since been corrupted by man. Finally, we will be one, and we will have one Lord, one faith, one baptism right. No, a large portion of Christians will reject it and call it heresy. Oh, savage.
Okay,
dude.
this is funny if you saw that Saturday Night Live bit with George Washington and everything.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with church or anything, and this actually was inspired by Eric Meadows.
Okay.
But I told him I was going to revise it so that way it looks a little bit cleaner.
Okay.
And so, yes, it's just like, this is what's going to happen in the future, and it's going to be great, it's going to be awesome. And then somebody asks, so it's going to be like this? And he's like, no, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, so Jesus is going to restore his true church on the earth, and we're going to be one faith and one Lord and one baptism. He's like, no, that won't happen. They'll actually call it heresy. Christians will call it heresy.
Dude, yeah, it is kind of crazy, man. You'd think that, like, Joseph Smith was the ultimate ecumenism. Like just literally a restoration movement. Mm-hmm. You think they'd be stoked about it, but man, yeah, it's just like, it amazes me how hardcore the Christian community just goes out of its way to try and reject restorationism.
Yep.
And it's like freaking hardcore, man. So, all right, the next meme. I'm pulling up the next one,
Let me
my
see
man.
if I can point out to some memes for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm just going down the list, bro. There's tons here, man.
I probably shouldn't have sent all of them.
There's what's this one, dude? You got to explain this one to me because I don't know what's going on this one.
I can't see it.
It's the one that says amen
Yes.
versus amen.
So
I thought it was amen and a woman.
No. It bothers me whenever people are like, when
I
they're
get
saying
this one.
Huh?
I said I get this one. I get what you're saying.
Yes. It bothers me whenever we're going to church and we sing and we're singing very softly, or when somebody finishes the prayer, we're all like, amen. I want to hear an amen, dadgummit. Make it loud.
That's true, bro. That's true.
And the
Amen.
handbook actually says for the sacrament, while we're talking about what it says about the sacrament in the handbook, it says members should give an audible amen at the conclusion of the prayer.
It is hardly audible.
Yeah.
It's almost like a whisper, and it's disgusting.
Well, I got to tell you, dude, but see, this is a cultural thing. Like,
It
this
is.
is why white people wards are boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you go down straight up to like, I am literally going to be visiting one of the Tongan and Samoan wards in Hawthorne. And I hear that their break the fasts are just off the hizzy, and you've never had a better linger longer or after church meal. Like they'll get the whole pig and the whole, like, it's like a feast from what I understand. And everybody tells me when they sing, it's like 8-part harmony. You know, it's like you're in a little mini Motab, all right? Meanwhile, like in our wards, in like suburb, it's a funeral dirge. It's like, you know, it's like you can't even tell what they're saying. It's like everybody is like lemmings just falling off of this linguistic cliff together as they mumble rap the words from a green hymn book. And it's horrible after the first verse because half the people haven't even cracked the thing. Meanwhile, I got the Polynesians singing like 4-part harmony, and they actually know all of their parts, and it's awesome. So yeah, actually, I'm feeling you on that one. Here's the next one. Stop talking.
Yes, I'll usually post that one just before a conference starts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he's infamous for saying stop talking to, I can't remember which 70 it was that had actually brought that up. Do you remember that when the 70s
No, what happened?
So it's a story where a 70 was trying to prepare for a talk, and, oh man, I wish I could remember the actual story, but he was sitting next to Boyd K. Packer, and he was talking and talking to someone to his right, I guess, and on his left was Boyd K. Packer, and Boyd K. Packer leaned over to him and said, "Stop talking."
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Stop. And I'm sure it was with love, but a lot of backhand right there. Just stop talking.
Dude, that is absolutely...
Yeah, Boyd K. Packer would, like, get to meetings early and then just, like, sit and meditate in silence.
He's a goat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I just know him from the Little Factory speech. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that thing was so cringe, man. You know, have you ever seen Orson Hyde's remix of the Little Factory speech? There's a YouTube channel called Orson Hyde, and they put the best parts of the Little Factory speech to bouncy music like doom 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 doom. And brothers and sisters, when you grow older, it's just like, whoa, man. It was pretty wild. It was super cringe, but very funny and wild. Great book, I gotta say. I thought he was a better author than orator. Not Man's Search for Meaning. That's Viktor Frankl. Our Search for Happiness was Boyd K. Packer, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
You would know better than me about that.
Yeah.
That one is used car salesman.
Huh?
While you guys are thinking about that,
yeah, okay.
Can
cool.
I say something?
Yeah, next.
I just want to clarify because my sister-in-law just texted me saying, "Hey, the church paid for you to go on Ward Radio. Is that for reals?" No, the church did not pay for me to be here at Ward Radio.
These people.
Our Search for Happiness.
I'm sorry, man. Like, between the antis spreading all of that disinformation, at this point, I just embrace it, dude. At this point, when people are like, "Oh, did they really pay you?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, millions." Millions. You got to get in on this, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's like, it's like, you know how Victor Hugo got paid, like, you know, per line of his book, Les Miserables? That's why it's so long. That's why I talk so much. I get paid per minute, dude, by the church, man. I get a 90-minute live stream. That's like $90K. I'm pulling down millions, dude. You know, it's just like, I don't know what to say to these people, especially the antis, because they have like their own canon of just like pseudo-scientific creeds. Like, oh, Cardinellis makes millions of dark money funneled through the More Good Foundation. Like, dude, I mean, that's apparently, like, I won't name the Exmo that's been spouting that around town and the blog. Yeah, it's like absolutely hilarious. You know, it's like you see us selling merch at discount at like on Black Friday, right? It's like, did you miss that part? Like, there's 15 tiles that go up in each one of my videos for our merch, right? Yet they're still convinced. So, all right, here's another one right here. Oh, I've been seeing this one popping up all over as well. Here we got Alma 76 BC. Oh, that I were an angel and could have a wish in my heart that I might go forth and speak with the trump of God and a voice to shake the earth and cry repentance unto every people, us today. I really wish this too, God.
Go for it.
So this one is actually a lesson right here. This you can talk about that meme for a while.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Well, first off, I have to say that this one was not approved by the bishop, and for good reason too. Whenever it comes to God or Heavenly Father or Jesus or even the Holy Ghost for that matter, being in a meme, you're in a fine line where it might be inappropriate or even blasphemous. So this one didn't get approved because it might have
Wait, they
bothered
thought
some
that was
people.
blasphemous? No, that's taking a culture. Just like the Apostle Paul quoted pagan playwrights in order to illustrate principles, there's nothing wrong with a member of our church using a very common meme of Will Smith to say, hey, you guys should actually be using social media to proclaim peace and repentance.
And I totally agree with you on that sentiment, but it's just, we still have boomers in our ward that might get offended by something like this, but this is a lesson right here that.
Well, it's not just boomers though. I will always throw. Yes. It's a Pharisaical class, man. It's this Pharisaical Sadducee class that knows no age, and all they do is freaking rain on everybody's parade. And it's just, I don't know, man. There's some things about our church that are eternal, and that small element exists in a much larger degree when there's no other problems. When we're not crossing the plains, when we're not hiding from the U.S. government, when we're not hiding in the bushes from all the anti-Mormons trying to kill us, there's this class of Pharisee that develops that starts saying, well, you made a meme. And they're the frogmos that are just begging to be Protestants so badly they don't know how to behave, like anything other than the Christian right in the 80s, man.
Well, anyway, the reason why I like that meme, though, just real quick, is because, and this goes out to everybody that's watching this, if you have a phone, you can be spreading the gospel every single day. There is no excuse for you not to be sharing. And this is just my way of sharing the gospel. Memes is my way because I don't know. I find it better than actually arguing and debating with people online. I find it better just to do these memes, and there's no excuse not to share the gospel through social media.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Then let me see here. I'm have to be upping the kilobytes per second, apparently. There's been a complaint.
Are we lagging?
That we were lagging, and so I'm actually upping the kilobytes per second. Let's see if that fixes any kind of sound issues. YouTube did change its algorithm, and I got this little thing that's saying you should be streaming at 6,800 kilobytes per second. So now we're going to be doing that, and we'll check that out. So anyway, let me know, guys, in the chat if you're still experiencing any kind of sound issues, and we recommend that you use a stream rate of 6,800. Okay, so I do believe that has been remedied. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. So anyway, a couple more super chats here. Rosa Brand says, love y'all. I've learned more about LDS culture from you folks in 2 months than I have in decades of membership. I am a convert. Oh, what's up, Rosa? And Cheryl Allison says, I'll go to DC. Oh, how do you feel about that? You got a friend. Cheryl's going to come visit you.
I feel great.
My man, you feel great. Joshua Martin continues and says, Merry Christmas, Ward Radio. Jared is one of my favorites on LDS X. Question, do we need more saints on X in order to community notes the Xmos? That would be funny.
Actually, somebody created an account that is an LDSX community notes. Somebody created an account. I don't know if they're very active on doing that.
Wait, when they say to community notes, does that mean to actually flag the people that say religiously bigoted and hateful things? Or am I missing the nomenclature here?
So you're not on Twitter very often, I take it.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so let me explain.
I'm getting
Twitter,
better.
We don't flag people on Twitter.
Yeah,
we don't do the censorship thing on Twitter.
They know, but they do it to
Community
us
notes.
all the freaking time. And I'm sorry, like the things that can be said about Mormons that cannot be said about Jews and Muslims is it's knucking futs where some of these channels are going.
I'll
You know
tell
what I'm saying?
I'll tell you a fun. I'll tell you a fun. So Andrew Tate was popping off on X a couple days ago, and he
Okay.
was saying that a sound night's sleep makes you gay. You're gay if you sleep at night. And so people
What?
did a community note, and it said like, sleeping does not in fact make you gay. And then they like listed scientific articles. And so anytime you see the tweet, but then if the community note gets enough like upvotes, then everybody who sees the tweet also sees the community note that basically like fact checks. But it's a democratized fact checking. So it's just other people on Twitter
Yes.
doing it.
Emphatically yes. You know, just like so when all of these fake pseudoscientific internet surveys that get parlayed into research onto LGBTQ success in the church are touted as science, we can be like, community note, this was literally an internet survey by anti-Mormons. This is pseudoscientist science. We can't believe Weber State actually gave a doctorate over an internet survey, but that makes sense because they hate the church. You know, so yeah, that's a community note we could throw out there.
Yeah, well, and that account that started that LDS community notes, it was going good. I thought it was going to be a big thing that blew up, but I don't know. I don't see it very often anymore. But we need more LDS. We need more Latter-day Saints on X for sure. Instagram, YouTube, those are all great places to spread a message. But on Twitter, on X, you can actually engage with people and have high visibility to where your conversations with other people with, X-Mos, Anti-Mos, Prog-Mos, Frog-Mos, whatever you want to call them, Mos, people will see that and also engage in the conversation. That's why I do these memes and I post them on Twitters, because I get to see all the comments, and it's pretty cool to see. It's really awesome.
Okay, cool. Rock on. Well, let's burn through a couple of more here. Let's just, hey, that one came up. What do you know? Don't forget, guys, today is the last day for free shipping. Not free shipping, guaranteed delivery by Christmas, I think. Most shipping is 3 to 5 days using USPS Ground Select. And we got it's $12.19 right now. So if you want to get it and be able to wrap it by Christmas Eve, and you're one of those families that opens up presents on Christmas Eve, then you gotta order your hats today. We also have this killer deal where if you order any 2 items, you get a widow's mite for free. Where are they? Yeah, we had a really cool member of the channel. Okay, shout out Brian. I don't know if he wanted us to say his full name, but he actually sent a very lovely letter, and he said, look, I love that you give out widow's mites on the channel, and I want to help support this cause. He had purchased a bunch for like some Elders Quorum lesson or something like that, or to give to the youth or whatever, and they must have like arrived late for him or something like that. But he says, I want to give them to you. Do with them as you see fit. You can give them away, you can sell them, you can whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm just running a cool little promo where you get a free widow's mite. All right, you get a free widow's mite if you order any 2 items, including the beloved Ward Radio hat in the wardradio.com merch store. So make sure that you check out the merch store, and if you want to buy a shirt, make sure you buy a shirt, or if you want to buy a hat, then make sure you buy a hat. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, so check that out. Really fast, I'm going to go back to the super chats here. We got Cheryl Allison again says, join the choir to have 3-hour church again. That's funny.
It's true.
That's a good one. And Joshua Martin says, Merry Christmas to Ward Radio. His second question was, he just said that would be funny. Then Mary Lou Hoer says, this boomer brought up her family in 3-hour church. Mary Lou is based. If I had a challenge coin, I would just give it to her right now. But she was raised in 3-hour church. And Fidget the Crazy, what up, Fidget? Says, we had Sunday school and Young Women's back to back, the glory days. They took away the Young Women's title. I wasn't happy about it. Yeah, I don't get that one, man.
This is the first I'm learning about it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, that's
it's almost like
crazy.
getting rid of deacons and teachers and priests.
Yeah, except for that's in the Doctrine and Covenants.
Yeah, good
so,
point.
Like,
Good point.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Brian Bacon says, "Be in my bonnet" is "They Might Be Giants" lyrics too. Oh.
I don't even know what BMI Ebonics is still.
No, it's not BMI Ebonics. No, it's a bee in my bonnet.
Oh,
Like,
bee in my...
you get a bee in your bonnet.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Paulie Nike says, Cardin, while I love a quality rant on modern day managed decline by church bureaucracy / leadership, what generation of sociopaths is responsible? They are remaining unnamed. Do not tempt me, Paulie Nikes. Fog Defense says the Westminster Confession of Faith in 1646 is why God had to reveal himself to the plowboy and not to the ministers of the day. Ooh, that is a savage.
That one's one of the crazier ones.
That is, yeah. What makes it so crazy, my man? That's the one
It's just got like some of the more convoluted language. Like when people make fun of the Trinitarian formulation, they'll usually go to what the Westminster says. It's like, I can't quote it. It's a convoluted mess. But there is a funny meme where Jesus is saying, "So Peter, what do other people say I am? Oh, they say this and this. What do you say that I am? Thou art a Trinity in unity and a unity in Trinity, neither dividing the parts nor exploiting the essences, 1 and 2 and 3 and 5. And Jesus is like, and Jesus said unto him, what the heck?
You see, that kind of meme wouldn't be allowed in the newsletter because Jesus
Yeah.
is saying, what the heck?
Yes.
Oh,
That
that's
reminds me, there's this
savage.
one meme you need to pull up. It's probably my most used meme. Like I see it on Twitter every now and then still.
Okay.
I think it's, let me see if I can find it.
Okay, I'm actually writing
By the way,
down.
while you're looking it up, do you know who made the Joseph Smith deal with it meme?
So that was actually a combination that I had something to do with it, but the one that I'm giving credit to is Mormon Marksman. You guys can find him at Mormon Marksman.
Okay.
It's my boy Dave. He's my
Okay.
best boy. And I don't even know where the image came from. I think it was AI imaging and whatnot, but he had put deal with it on it. And he's like, he DM'd me and he's like, hey, how does this look? And I'm like, you got to make it bigger, man. And he's like, okay, what about this? And I'm like, okay, now put it lower. He's like, okay, how about this? I'm like, perfect. And he posted it. Dude, I use that
That's the
all the
go-to.
time. And there's
That
one
one's
for
the
Brigham Young
go-to.
too.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Brigham Young's.
Well, here's
good
another
runner-up.
one right here. It looks like it's Joseph Smith says the Book of Mormon is the most correct book. What about the edits? They say as they are crying underneath the mask.
So that's actually from the Come Follow Me drawing at the end, at the very bottom, the
Oh,
Joseph Smith. And
shut up, really?
I actually drawed it. And I put it into the newsletter along with that crying, I don't know if you call him Soy Jack or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, that one got approved by Bishop.
Okay. Well, we've got another one here. We got Jordan Peterson. Oh, dude, Jordan Peterson.
Oh, yes.
those
Come
always
on.
work. Says it's incorrect to say we covenant to mourn with those that mourn. We have to stop teaching that false doctrine. So what you're saying is not to love our neighbors. And then so what you're saying,
Disappointed
meme.
Jordan Peterson.
So I posted this meme, and it's still controversial for people to, if they agree with that or not. Like, do we covenant to mourn with those that mourn? And we don't. That's the thing, is that it's part of.
What do you mean we don't covenant? It's a commandment of being a Christian. Well, okay, it may not be an audible covenant that we make, but it's a divine commission of Christianity.
Yes, and that's kind of the thing, though, is that it's part of being Christian. It's part of taking upon us the name of Jesus Christ, but it's not actually in the wording that it's a covenant.
It's not one of the actions that gets us into heaven because grace is insufficient in our works-based high-demand religion, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Yes, now you got it.
That's okay. Now we got it. Okay, awesome, perfect.
This is the meme right here that it's near the bottom.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's actually the
bottom?
last 8.
Last 8 memes right here. Okay, I got it. Boom. This one is really small. I got to open up in.
Yeah.
Geez, was this a meme for ants? So here's the meme right here. I'm going to inflate it so everybody can see it, and it says, "Homie, what?
Well, you got to start at the bottom. Sorry.
Oh, the Nicene Creed is the heart of Christianity.
So that one gets used pretty often. I see it every now and then. That was one of my favorite ones, I would say. That was actually one of my first ones, which is why the quality is not so great.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man. That is way funny. Okay, well, we're just I'm gonna do the next 10 right here. Let's see what other 10 ones we got. We just finished up Disappointed Jordan Peterson. I see some homeboy. What's this actor? I forgot his name. Will Ferrell. Here we are.
Oh, so this one, somebody else made it. I cleaned it up a little bit. This was actually from Brother Cheerios.
Okay, it says, this nation is dying for a Captain Moroni. Is it? What about millions of covenant keeping and unified men and women all just stepping up and being like Moroni? Okay.
It's more of a wholesome type of meme.
Yeah.
And if you saw the movie, it's funnier.
Yeah, and then here's somebody that's peacefully listening to Sacrament Meeting, the children you forgot to feed. Okay, that one was funny and very true. And then here is I don't get this meme. It's
okay. So it's a sheep. And
okay.
You see the coloring and everything.
Oh
and
yeah.
The sheep is going to somebody.
Isn't that the androgynous flag? No, that's a transgender flag, right?
That is a transgender
okay,
flag.
yeah, that was. I forget. There's so many freaking flags
Oh,
nowadays.
you sweet summer child.
Okay, yeah, totally. I'm like, yeah, that was. I should know that, you know. So anyway, okay, yeah. What does he do? Hold on, I'm pulling it back up.
Well, it's kind of a symbolic gesture that we go into Christ to be cleaned, and when we are cleaned, we're whole and.
Oh, and we've like shed our isms,
yes.
is what you're saying. Oh,
yes.
Okay, cool. So that's kind of.
It's a message to go unto
It's
Christ.
It's a statement meme, not a humorous meme, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay. Then here's the next one. Remember what I taught you. Each is a beloved spirit, son or daughter of heavenly parents, and as such, each has a divine nature and destiny. Okay, so this is the wholesome meme.
That's a
part.
Wholesome meme, yes.
Oh, so this is the we're going to Sunday school meme, right? But there's Bednar.
Okay, so there's background information you need to know about this one.
Okay, what is it?
So there's on X, we have this suspicion that maybe the leaders of the church can see our posts and everything. And recently, there was this thing happening where people were kind of editing out the message from Salt Lake Tribune as far as what they were posting.
Okay.
And so I did an edit, and it was a spectacular edit. Like, people were confused. They really thought it was real, but it's a post it's an alleged post of Salt Lake Tribune saying that the church had reached $1 trillion of in all their value, like that.
Okay.
Because it says that because of a meme, it started off as a meme.
Hashtag make it $1 trillion happen.
Yes, has ended up being a reality of making it $1 trillion. And then it's David looking at the post and saying, or Elder Bednar, and it's Jared. And then his wife saying in the background, "Oh dear, what did he do?"
So how in the know with like social media do you think the actual Q15 are? Because like, for example, I've seen some, I won't name them right now because we're dealing, but I've had some progressive Mormon friends say that church authorities have come up and said like, oh, thank you for defending X person or whatever who's also ostensibly and outwardly progressive, and that the church is watching and monitoring, and they're aghast at Desnat and Frogmos and conservative members, and of course Desnat means anything to the left of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or whatever, or to the right of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And that they're just, oh, thank you, my man. Let's hope so. I lived there for 2 years. Huh. And they're just aghast with the behavior of LDS conservatives online and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, I've also heard people bemoan that these people can't log into their own social media accounts without help of their interns. You know what I'm saying? So like, which do you think? Which do you think the leadership of the church like really pays attention that much. I've never had a bishop that had a social media profile yet. Like, to this day, I don't think I've had one.
I honestly do think that they don't obviously surf Twitter. They're not doom scrolling or anything like that, but I think they probably have somebody underneath them somehow that's showing them what's being discussed, possibly, because it seems almost as if we're debating about something, we're arguing about something, and then the very next day, if not the very same day, President Oaks is making a video about the very topic that we're arguing about or, debating about.
Now, do you think that's just because some topics are eternal and you make enough evergreen content, you're going to be, even a broken clock is right twice a day?
They're pretty darn accurate, so it's either that or the Spirit is definitely on top of it and that, letting the general authorities know what's going on.
I wonder what Luke thinks. I don't know. What do you think, Luke?
Luke has been gone this whole time.
Yeah, no. He's there. He probably had to take a bathroom break. What's up, Luke? You're back. Do you think how much do you think the apostles actually monitor or notice or I don't think monitor is the correct word. I mean, it's not like they're surveilling us, but how in the know on like the pulse of the North American church do you think the actual apostle is that's over the North American church? Do you think they've ever read one of your Ward Radio News blog posts? Do you think they've ever...
I don't know about that one. I think Anderson, if any are, it's most likely to be Anderson, Gong, and Cook. I think those are the three most likely ones.
Really? What makes you say that?
Just the way they talk about stuff. Like Gong was talking about ChatGPT in his general conference talk, and Elder Cook will usually talk about like, don't worry, guys, the church is still growing. We're not bleeding members. We have a ton of missionaries. Like, don't worry about it. So just the type of things they say. And then also Anderson, he'll like use a lot more visuals and talk about online stuff more, it seems like. So that's why I think they're the ones that are most likely. I don't know how much they are involved, though. All I know is that it is enough that they know every now and then they need to tell us to stop yelling at each other.
Oh, dude, brutal.
Accurate. Very accurate, yes.
So do you think it's true, the claim that Russell M. Nelson's Peacemaker talk was to calm Desnat down?
No, Desnat's kind of like a boogeyman. I think everybody needs it every now and then, not just the Desnat guys.
I'm not going to talk about Desnat because if I do... they'll come after me.
Like what? All three of them that are left, or like what?
I'm not going to talk
Cardin,
about
it's
Desnat.
7. Okay.
Oh, it's 7. Jeez, man, savage.
I try to be a peacemaker.
Okay, cool. Rock on. Then here's another one right here. I thought this one was actually pretty funny, dude.
This was his birthday.
Me, big dog, and then President Nelson on his birthday, getting a Tiger Woods meme, and then President Nelson is back. I wish God would just speak to me, and then there he is with the Book of Mormon, the Holy Bible, and the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Q15. That's a good one. Followed up by none other than the Terminator. So, are your parents Latter-day Saints? Yeah. Hey, Mom, did the home teacher stop by to leave a spiritual thought? Not yet. Hurry home before they visit. Your parents are dead.
This one actually was inspired by Mormoner. So I can't take credit for the idea, but the content was original.
Okay, and Trump memes, they always work in the algorithms. We talk of Christ, we rejoice in Christ, we preach of Christ, we prophesy of Christ, and we write according to our prophecies.
And then read down.
Thumbs up, that our children may know what source they may look for remission of their sins. Smash Baals. Reminder that Mormons aren't Christians.
So it's... And I think everybody's seen that similar meme frame where it's like they're giving a thumbs up whenever they're being told that they're not Christian. And so I kind of stole that one from Trump. He's giving a thumbs up. You
magnified it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so are you an official MAGA Mormon? We finally found one, bro. Because I've been warned. I've been warned against those. Like this cabal of just Proud Boys marching around the church conference center. You know what I'm saying?
Brusky. For sure. Yes. Absolutely.
That's funny. Yeah, because I'm told got to watch out for those ones. You know what I'm saying?
I think now that I just said it, you know how there was you should magnify your calling?
Yeah.
We need to start some sort of running joke thing where you magnify your calling and you make it all about Donald Trump.
This is where the Australians that watch our show and the New Zealanders are like, it's Yankee politics. It's always in everything. You know, it's funny. So here's when an investigator reads. When an investigator reads and prays with real intent to know if the Book of Mormon is true. I like this one. That's funny. That's funny. And then we got another one right here. Going to church, saying our prayers, reading your scriptures, attending the temple, praying and reading scriptures while attending the temple. That's not bad. That's a good one right there. And SpongeBob, I'm always down for SpongeBob memes. You think you become gods and get your own planet? Heretics. Genesis 3:22. And the Lord God said, behold, this man has become like one of us. Matthew 5:48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Psalms 82:6. Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Oh my gosh, you're right. John 10:34. Is it not written in your law? I said ye are gods. Oh my goodness, there are so many biblical verses.
There are a lot.
Holy smoke! What was the traction that meme got, dude?
Actually, it was pretty. Like most of these memes got pretty popular. They got a lot of likes. Usually, whenever I post a meme, it's getting at least about 100 of them.
So, what's like the life of a memer on X? Like, do you just spend like 5 hours a day just on Twitter? Like, I see Kwaku in here. That bro is an Instagram artist, all right? But it's because he's putting in the hours, dude. Like, I'll see him like work for like an hour and a half on just like one post, getting it right with the right music, the right this, the right that. And it's rewarding him because he's growing his business, he's growing his influence, and so on and so forth. I don't diss the social media game, but I just imagine if you're a prolific memer, and I'm looking at all of these memes that we've been throwing up here.
Each meme takes me about 10 minutes to do, to be quite honest.
Really?
It's really, oh, bro. Click on that green one. Click on the tree one. That one's probably one of my favorite ones.
This one right here.
Yes.
Boom. Okay, it says, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I look forward to the day when same-sex couples can all get sealed in the temple. And then the tree, it bends back, and then whoosh. Oh, so you just literally gave ammo to every single progmo that hates the MAGA Mormons. You know what I'm saying? And then, jeez, that was
needless to say, Bishop did not approve that one, but that's got to be one of my favorite ones for sure.
That one's not blasphemy though.
The reason why that one is funny is just because, like, at this point, I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded from my interactions this week with some people, but it's like, I really do feel like, you know, some of these camps have just like, they won't listen. They won't come to the center. They won't compromise. I see one side of the equation compromising all the time and the other one just refusing, and they just continue to vilify. And it's just been so rubbed raw. I don't even want to deal. So sometimes, like, it's like when people come at us and say like, oh, are you really paid? Like, there's just a point where you're just like, you just want to whoosh, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you're just like, yeah, no, dude, I am. Like, no, it's real. Like, your misinformation, no, it's real. Yeah, you're right. And, you know, you want to just say to the evangelicals that hate us, like, yeah, no, we do teach that you get your own planet. And we do tell children that, like, yeah, no, grace has nothing to do with it. It's all you. And, you know, yeah, you're right. No, we're everything-ists. You know what I'm saying? And everything obics. Yeah, I do know, you're totally right. And it just like, at some point you just want to be whoosh. So that one, I can understand the sentiment when you have been so disrespected so consistently by a camp that refuses to treat you decently. And then this one was pretty funny, dude. Last one right here. I am once again asking you to go to the temple.
I don't know if I can take credit for this. I might have seen something in the past that's similar to this, but yeah, I did kind of recreated it. I don't want to take credit for that because I'm not sure if it was my bright idea.
Yeah, dude. And then, man.
Wait, did we skip the Aragon one?
Yeah.
There's so many we skipped. There are some really good ones. I wish I was over there helping you find the good ones.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, we can't watch all these. I got to go to the super chats, and I do want to know, like, what's it like being, a meme lord on Twitter? You're in the bloggernacle doing all this, bro.
Well, with my kind of job, I have a lot of time on my hands, and I don't waste it all doing memes. But I do take some time to do memes because I have a newsletter that counts on me. I have people in my ward that count on me to make these things funny for them, and so I create these memes. I take there's maybe 1 or 2 days where I take a solid 30 minutes creating a bunch of these memes. I'll post them on the X to see if it gets a good response or not. If it doesn't get a good response, I immediately delete it. And the ones that get good responses, I'll ask the bishop if he approves, and he'll say yay or he'll say probably not this one.
Wow, so you actually get people stoked to show up and read your newsletter.
I literally have people that will be like, dude, I wish I was in your ward. It's every time I post my newsletters, because I actually post a lot of my newsletters on Twitter, and I edit out the information that is private and is not relevant to other people. But there's a cover letter, or rather a cover for the newsletter with the memes and typically a quote from a general authority, and people are just like, dude, I wish I could get access to these newsletters. And it's funny too, because in the email, when I email these newsletters out to my ward, I'll tell people, jokingly obviously, that this is a very exclusive newsletter, and so you should be pretty happy and grateful that you're part of this exclusive newsletter plan.
Wow, dude. That's funny. So we got a couple of super chats here. Paulie Nike says, say their name, Cardin. They must fully account. No. The Pharisees. They have a stay of execution for the next 30 minutes of generational slander. Crandall Logan says, when my father was in the bishopric, he was not put in charge of the music. Rock of Ages number 111 and Rock of Ages by Def Leppard are not the same thing. You can do Stairway to Heaven in our lovely Deseret, though. They mix. We did that episode a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen that one, that is hilarious. And then Keen says, been a little bit since I've watched y'all. I'm Protestant. Been going through a rough time. Seeing the live stream pop up made me smile. Keep it up, guys. Hey, Keen, what's up, man? And we'd love to know your story, man. Reach out on the website. Luke, he checks all of our emails and everything like that. And we would love to know. Yeah, you try. We would love to know what interest is just, your average Joe Protestant have in a show that is anything and everything tangential to the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints? Is it just because, we're recklessly faithful and we support belief? Or are you getting dirt on us for a seminary program, how to witness to your Mormon friends? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he's doing that. But yeah, dude, totally. I'd love to know more about you. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. And Fog Defense says, whenever I hear Desnats, I think D's nuts and D-Generation X gesture and verbiage comes to mind. Okay, I don't know what D-Generation X is, but D's nuts, that's always funny. And that, unfortunately, has fallen out of favor in the layman's tongue. But that one was always funny. And then Liberty Lady says, I met the woman who was in charge of telling the 12 what is going on online. Met the woman who's in charge...
Oh.
So there's a woman in charge of telling the 12.
I knew it. I'm telling you, bro.
Dude, that we got to find out who that person is, Luke. That's a really interesting job.
That shouldn't be too hard.
What is that like?
Oh, I'd love to have that job.
Really?
President, check out this awesome meme Jared posted. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, and then Paulie Nike says, question, Jared, have you attempted to infiltrate your local ward history with some of these dank memes? Oh, good question.
I don't even know what that means. Have I ever tried to infiltrate the family history with these dank memes?
Oh, like uploading it as profile pictures for people in family search? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Paulie Nikes.
Rephrase the question.
Yeah, rephrase that question, man. I guess it must have been an autocorrect, though.
I can answer when it comes to family history. I regardless of whatever it is or has to do with, I haven't done that.
Okay. Wow.
Ward history.
Oh, ward
So
history.
you're like trying to put it into the ward history.
Oh, sometimes I do make memes based on members in our church. So, for example, we have a journalist, a BYU journalist in our ward, and we also have a University of Utah fan. And so sometimes I try to get memes approved with University of Utah versus BYU, but Bishop never allows it. He says they're too controversial. It would cause a riff.
So
Have you ever gotten one up on like the wall of the church, like the bulletin board in the hallway?
Like a meme? No.
no, none of those.
This is all electronic. It's email and Facebook uploaded.
So what is the deal with like LDSX, man? Like that's what I want to know. Like to me, sometimes I just it's like I just feel like there's some just horribly toxic people that just refuse to learn, that are just enabled and enjoy just this level of toxicity that is psycho. And our culture just has a blind spot for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, where you're just allowed to say things about members of our church that you would never dream of saying about Muslims in the early 2000s or Jews in the past 100 years. But you can just condemn Mormons and say anything you want about them. Even comedians now. I've seen some YouTube shorts of just normie comedians that don't know the first thing about our doctrine saying, you know, it's kind of weird. Like when I want to get up on stage, I can say anything I want about Mormons. And people just like laugh. But I could never dream of saying any of these jokes about like Muslims or about Jews or anything like that. Like, how is that right? Like, has our society gone astray? You know, so sometimes I just feel like that's personified in X. Just these people that are just bad actors, toxic. They know that the freedom of speech principle of American culture will never censor them. And there's always enough new people that they can fool into thinking that maybe if I just engage with this person on a nice level, that maybe, you know, we can change and come together. And they just feed off of that like just vultures. And they're some of the worst people in our society. And it seems to be just a never ending deluge of them. So I'm just like, there's sometimes there's like that aspect of me just like, I don't even want to engage with this. Like you really have to have like a stomach for it, it seems. Do you feel like what Matthew says, prodigal son Matt, was like, we need you on X to help fight the good fight? Do you think that it's like even remotely winnable, that you can like move the needle, that there's actually W's that you can take? Like describe the scenario and like what a victory would look like.
Yeah, and I'll just to give a simple answer and to put a lot of emphasis on this. Heck yeah, you absolutely can move the needle. Like we have guys, if you have a premium account, pay $8 or even $16,
I pay.
You get boosted, right? And for me, it's not toxic because I don't really debate. I don't fight. I don't care what other people think about my memes, about my content. For me, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll take responses, but for the most part, I'm just creating content and people see it. And the best part is that other people see it as well. I've had people block me or mute me or even come into the comment section of my posts and been like, dude, I'm seeing so much LDS content. How do I get out of this? And it's like, bro, there's a block button. But if I know that haters are seeing it, there are people that are open-minded that are going to be seeing it as well. And so, yes, there's definitely, and that's the thing that you don't get very much with Instagram, especially when you're, you know, talking about Latter-day Saints. And Moremonger Lego, he's talked about this, and he makes a great point. If you want branding to work, you got to kind of keep the Mormon name, so that way people see it and people can engage with it. If you call yourself a Latter-day Saint, it's like not very visible. Yeah. But yes, there's definitely a way to move the needle when you come to discussions on X.
So you bring up another question. Do you think just out of necessity we're going to have to go back? Like, I don't see how we survive in a marketing and a modernized world without a single word denominational marker, because it's too confusing. Just like there's a practicality to the use of the word Mormon that just it cannot be achieved by saying, oh, well, actually, this is a temple dress for members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's too much of a mouthful. It doesn't work. Like for a church that's truncating how many hours we spend on Sunday and getting rid of reported home teaching for convenience and seem so interested in streamlining Mormonism, dare I say the word Mormonism, you'd think, why would we all of a sudden want to amplify the verbiage instead of streamline it?
So, and I don't look at it as going back or possibly going back to Mormon. I think we've always been Latter-day Saints. I remember as young as like 10 years old.
But you're not supposed to say that according to the style guide anymore.
No, Latter-day Saints you can say. No problem. It's not like you can't say it or can say it. It's more so we're encouraged to say Latter-day Saints. It's better than LDS. LDS is the acronym, but
how is that any better of the like, oh, you're not saying his name, and how can you call it his name? How can you say it's his church if it doesn't carry his name? Latter-day Saint. It's not Latter-day Jesus.
That's what we are. We are Latter-day Saints. And all my memes, whenever I do memes, I don't do Mormon. I don't even do the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I just do Latter-day Saints because I know that's a good way of promoting our church. And even though it doesn't carry the name of Jesus Christ, when people look up the Latter-day Saints, they're talking about us. We are the Latter-day Saints.
Okay, well, we got 5 minutes here.
You can also use Joseph Smith.
Huh?
Joseph
Smith is still up for grabs. We can say Joseph Smith. He's fine. And his name also has the recognition.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so 5 minutes left, guys. We're already way into overtime here, but we've been having fun with the memes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I wish we could get through all of these memes.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna have to post them, dude. There's just like way too many. Do you just have
there's some good ones in here?
Yeah, do you just have a wild like note section on your iPhone where you think of one while you're driving and just like, hey Siri, this is the meme?
Most times what I do, and this is actually a really good tip for anybody that wants to create content. I remember hearing in college that a good artist creates, a great artist copies. And so what I'll do is I'll go on Twitter and I'll see memes that are there and I'll say to myself, how can I use this in a context of our theology or who we are as a culture or people? And if I can find a way just within 10 seconds, I'll download the image and I'll work on it later. I'll be like, yes, I remember now what I was going to do with this. And so that's how I do it.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. So you got ones coming out tomorrow? Do you have them like uploaded ahead of time? Like, how do you do this, bro?
I'm all memed out, but I can probably make 2 or 3 by tomorrow for sure.
Wow, rock on, dude.
In fact, I have saved images that I just have not gone back to yet that when I look at tonight, I'll post them up. In fact, I'll even tag you in them so that way you can see it.
Yeah, dude, I'll take it. Can you make any more like that cap cut one of Joseph Smith pitching to Brigham Young? That's hilarious.
I actually have 2 videos that I sent over to Luke just to see if you wanted to play them. So one of them is recent.
I haven't reviewed those yet.
I actually messaged you the new video that I had made. It's basically Latter-day Saints arguing with Trinitarians about God.
Okay.
That one didn't track as well as the tithing video, but it still got over 400 likes. So
well then, dude, look, watch. I'll make this one full screen. I'll make this one full screen, and then we'll watch it. As if any of you guys have any last questions for me or Luke or Jared, make sure you put them, give us a super chat, and we'll read them before we're done here. Here's the last meme: Latter-day Saint Mormon and Trinitarians. Let's see.
When Trinitarians argue with Mormons.
Okay, so as Mormons, you only believe in one God. Yeah.
Oh.
You believe that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are 3 separate beings. Correct. Then you don't believe in one God. I do. They're perfectly united, and that's what makes them one. Okay, but if they're separate, which one is the real God? All 3. The Father is God, and the Son is God, and the Holy Ghost is God. Aha, so you believe in 3 gods. Do you believe that the Father is God? Yeah. Okay, do you believe that the Son is God? Yes. Do you believe that the Holy Ghost is God? Yes. Oh, okay, so 3 gods. No. 3 persons, 1 God. Okay, just how do you explain that? It's simple. There's 3 persons in 1 essence. What's in
I'm
essence?
confused already.
Yeah, it's like their divine nature or substance or being. Okay, so they're 1 essence. Yes? Yes. 3 persons, 1 essence. Yes. 3 persons, 1 God. Yes.
I feel like the guy in the middle.
So who do you worship? The one God, the Trinity. And who is that? The Father, the Son, and the Holy.
Oh, geez, man.
Bear with it.
Bear with. Okay, let's keep
it.
going.
Ghost. Okay, but which of those 3 is the object of your worship? All of them. 1 God. You mean 1 essence.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So you worship a disembodied essence. No.
And he's crying inside.
Still don't think you're Christian. Yeah, I know.
The thing is, because usually in a meme you kind of like exaggerate things for the humor aspect.
But that's like
exactly
real.
how that conversation goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
He exactly represented the position.
Wow.
Okay, someone's going to come and nitpick and say, I
So
would have
who
said
are
it
the
this
people?
way, but
Who's the enemy you're fighting in this battle of ideas on Twitter? More than anybody, is it the ex-Mormon, anti-Mormons?
No,
or is it the Atheist 2.0 crowd? Is it the evangelicals? Who is it?
So Twitter calls them creedalists, I think, or I call them Trinitarians. Basically, anybody
Really?
that believes in the creeds. It's like, because I mean, you say Christian, but we're Christian too, so you can't really argue with Christians. You can argue with Trinitarians.
Okay, so how badly do you feel that they loathe us?
Really freaking bad. Yeah.
Really?
I
Do you
mean,
think it would
on
ever get
X.
kinetic if they could?
If they could ever what?
Do you think they'd ever get kinetic if they could? Like, you know, like some of these guys are so toxic. Like with like Mike Winger, I'm just like, you know, if he was there at Hans Mill, would he have grabbed a musket? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, I hate to say it, but it's like, you know, you see in like the Apologia Studios eyes, you just see it where it's like, I could see them in the mob that shot Joseph Smith. I could see that, like the loathing and the seething and the anger is there. And oh, dude, this new breed of ex-Mormon, anti-Mormon, psycho-toxic.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't even say their names. Like school shooters where you don't want to say their names to give them the credit that they're just like seeking for online and the clout that they're searching for. You know, I won't even say their names, all right? But some of these like psychotoxic ex-Mormon, anti-Mormons, I'm like, you would absolutely do violence upon members of the church. Like, New Name Noah is a child compared to like you, and I can see in your heart, like, just it's straight darkness and violence. You know, like you totally you would have signed the Mormon extermination order. Like, if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm sorry, just like you totally would have. Just like the Palestinians out there saying from the river to the sea, you would have literally said, "Where's my quill pen? Like, where's my quill pen and where is my musket?" Like. That's just like, you totally would have. And I know you do it in 2024 because like you're that hateful. Like, that's my opinion. Do you get that, or am I off my rocker?
So I guess I don't have that bad of arguments with Exmos. I actually have pretty decent relationship with Exmos. Not for any reason other than I hear them out.
No, there's
I'll talk
plenty
with
of
them.
great ones.
Yeah.
But like this new breed of the straight up, they're nuts, man.
Oh, well, yeah, there are some that are completely nuts. I sometimes block them, but I most times just mute them and I never listen to them ever again. I never see what they even say.
Oh, is there a difference between mute and block? Oh, because
Yeah.
block, I guess I shouldn't block people then, because that kind of gives them a little bit of a badge of honor, right?
It
like,
does.
Oh, so-and-so
It does.
blocked
So
them.
I don't block for that same reason. In fact, last time I did block, somebody posted about it, and I screenshot. Well, it doesn't matter in any case, but yeah, he was very proud of himself for being blocked by me. And it's like, dude, you've been talking about my family for about a year now. Like, yes,
Yeah,
obviously I'm going to block you.
Wow. So what are the rules of the game on Twitter? Like, how can we all be better at Twitter? And like, how can Luke, regular Luke, that's a 50-year-old trapped in a 28-year-old's body that looks like a 23-year-old, he said it
I'm
himself.
surprised you remembered that word for word.
Yeah, exactly. So how can poor Luke, who feels like a boomer, feels like an analog generation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't touch that social media stuff.
I think I got
No,
my
you've got Twitter game. You've got Twitter
He's
game.
got Twitter, but I don't think you have a premium account, do you?
I do.
Oh, you do now? Okay.
I have the blue check.
Okay, so how does the average viewer of my channel that maybe they're, you know, they got I'm one of my goals for 2025 is to become more prolific on Twitter. That's actually legitimately one of my goals, and I want to try and make sure that I have a daily post, and I'm getting the daily video uploads of the YouTube shorts and everything like that, but I also want to be commenting on current events and so on and so forth, because oftentimes I'll have an opinion and then I'll want to do it when I get back to my studio to opine. But I work so hard during the day that sometimes you come home and you're exhausted. You don't want to have to sit there and make the meme and the tweet, especially when you got to edit the video or you got to live stream with a guy that showed up at LAX and whatnot. So I'll go 2 or 3 days without opining on Twitter. And it's like, man, I'm not part of the conversation, as they say. So how can somebody that's just an average viewer of our show just become a better and bigger part of the conversation?
Well, first off, you got to just create the account, and preferably you get premium. But even if you don't get premium, like, you can still follow a lot of the Latter-day Saint accounts that are there. And, I think my tag is in there. If you guys follow me, you'll start seeing where all the Latter-day Saints are on X. There's a group of us.
Give some shout outs, man. Who's the top 10 right now? This is your chance. And don't F it up and forget somebody, or else your name is mud with those people.
You really put me on some pressure right here.
You know what I'm saying?
You obviously got Manhatva, but I got to admit, Manhatva is more of a politics kind of guy. He does dip into the Latter-day Saint stuff, but he's more political than anything else.
Okay. Like Utah politics, you'd say?
Yeah, Utah politics and federal politics. I love the guy, and he says hi, by the way.
Oh, shout out, rock on.
Yeah.
What up, Ben?
Yeah, he's a good guy. You got Moremonger, which you can't go wrong with following Lego.
Yeah, he's funny.
You got Gull. Now this is where the pressure kicks in.
Did you say Gull?
I said
That's
Gull.
awesome. I haven't heard, my uncle used to say that. That's rad.
Yeah.
I love
Well, I'm
it.
from Texas.
That's
what you say out
sick.
there, Gull.
Okay, cool. Keep going.
So you got Mormon Marksman. I'm always going to give him a shout out. Mormon Marksman.
Dude, I got to look up Mormon Marksman. That rings a bell. Okay.
You got Braden Disguised.
Oh, dude, that kid is freaking hilarious.
I love Braden. He's good. He's good people.
Yeah,
I just wish he would get married already.
Yeah, actually, I offered to have him make content for Ward Radio and stuff. I haven't caught up with that guy in a long time. But,
you got Riker.
You got Riker.
Jackson.
Yes, you cannot forget.
Wait, that's
Riker.
the guy that was dogging on our show like 2 weeks ago, right?
Well, I mean, you not saying that it's justified, but anytime you create content, you're going to have backlash from somewhere, even from
I
your
think
own
we
team.
won him over, though. I think he ended up liking it because he was the guy where you said he got recently baptized.
No. That was a different guy. That was Bobby.
Oh, you're talking
that was
about
Bobby.
Yeah, you're talking about Bobby. Bobby's good people.
Okay.
He's
Have
good
you ever
people.
met these people in real life?
I've met a few of them. Yeah. So I've met smaller accounts, but I still love them anyway. I've met Mormon Marksman. I meet up with him probably once every 4 to 6 months. We're probably due for another meetup here.
Okay. Cool cat, huh?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You know who I talked to on the phone once? It was super cool. BLDS.
Oh, yeah?
That guy, yeah, he was pretty cool. He's a SoCal guy, Southern California guy. So, okay.
I try not to actively meet with people because my wife thinks that everybody is a degenerate on Twitter. So, and that's a joke. But, yeah, she doesn't want me being – because I'm already posting my whole name. And so on Twitter, so I'm already out there. And so she doesn't want me to be too personal with people. But
I got to say, that's something
I would recommend people do that, though.
Do what?
Like, just go on Twitter as yourself.
Yeah, I love it. And I know, what's his name? Eric? He's a Utah prominent account. He posted about that recently where it's
Eric
like...
Mutzos?
Yes. No. Yeah, it starts with an M, right?
Yeah, Eric
Meadows.
Mutzos.
Yeah, that's the one. He posted
Wasn't
about
it Meadows?
being anonymous on Twitter and everything. And
I have no patience for these anonymous accounts. Like, that's one thing I've said multiple times on this channel. Like, despite any qualms that people have with Jim Bennett, I'm like, dude, he puts his name on his crap.
I
am so sick and tired of like these LDS Dems saying you're a hateful bitch. Shut up. You're like an anonymous account. You have no credibility. You're anonymous. You're hiding like a coward behind some weird cover, and I just don't have respect for anonymous accounts. I just don't, and people would say, well, Ward Radio isn't that like a fictitious name statement? It's like, yeah, well, but everybody knows who it is. It's us, and our names and our faces are on the picture, and we also have like Luke. He's Luke Hansen on Twitter. Jacob Hansen is himself.
Luke Hansen's profile photo on Twitter, I didn't even know it was him. Like I did not associate. Yep. I associated Luke Hansen Twitter account with Luke Hansen on War Radio like 3 weeks ago.
So it's like, yeah, I don't.
It was actually made by Fidget the Crazy, my profile picture and banner.
Oh, that's cool. Go Fidget. Yeah, I don't have. I just have no more patience for these anonymous accounts that just act with unbridled cruelty and then hide behind anonymity. It is just the absolute epitome of paper tiger cowardice. You know, I'm just like, put your freaking name on it. I just, it's like literally, whether it's Jim, mad respect, Jim Bennett puts his name on it. If you want to take issue with something he says, you could take issue with something he says and call him out on it or whatever. But like, he at least puts his name on it instead of euphemizing it, instead of hiding behind some movement or some silly, stupid name, puts his name on it. And whether you like him or not, Luke, he's annoying. And no, I'm just kidding. But it's like, whether, you know, you like Luke puts his name on it, you put your name on it. I just, for better or worse, I like people that put their freaking names on it. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, unless you are literally hiding from somebody for something, like, I don't know, you're exposing
witness
crimes.
protection or something.
Yeah, unless you're in witness protection, you're like exposing crimes of the mafia. Like, I can see why the Libs of TikTok person has an anonymous account.
Well, she's not so anonymous anymore.
Not anymore, because they doxed her.
Yeah.
You know, at which point I think you should just come out and be like the person that aggregated the Drudge Report, be like the person that aggregated Revolver. Now you're a celebrity, you might as well just embrace it. But like, unless you're that dude in Panama who's posting the war crimes of the Sandinistas, you know what I'm saying? And you're like hiding behind anonymity. I just hate that crap and I have no respect for it. Kwaku literally will just say like, anonymous account, opinion discredited. Like, they'll go after him and they'll write like a telephone post and it'll just be like, ha ha ha, anonymous opinion discredited. And I'm like, I love that about you, bro. Like, some of your takes I freaking can't stand, but that's one take I freaking love. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that you mention him, because him and I have actually gone head to head.
Really? You're not some dick that pissed off like freaking Kwaku and now he's going to be mad that
I don't know
on
why.
the program, right?
I disagreed with an opinion he'd had. It's probably had to do with reincarnation. I disagreed with it.
Oh, were you one of those people when we made the fun multiple mortal probations video and then like all of Twitter got pissed?
No. It was actually after that. He went on Twitter. It was like maybe 6 months afterwards that he went on Twitter and talked about it more and went into depth. This was after he bought the josephsmith.com website and everything, however that worked.
Dude, I just remember the first time we did like the thought experiment on, hey, do the Hindu folks have a point? Like, is there room in the cosmology of Joseph Smith for not multiple mortal probations? That's the terminology of like the Daybells or whatever, right? But like in reincarnation, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
reincarnation, right?
Yes.
Like Yogananda and all that other stuff. You know, we're running this fun thought experiment, and then all of a sudden the world is slapping apostate all over our freaking Twitter feed. I'm like, well, you people, like, chill out for a second.
I understand the thought experiment, and I didn't freak out about that at all. I never freaked out at all about what Kwaku says. But there are some times when he just says something I completely disagree with, and a lot of Latter-day Saints will see it. Even non-Latter-day Saints will see it. So it's like, look, I don't believe this. This is not in line with what the church teaches. It's obviously not true. I also got to
stop being so loyal and sticking my neck out for my friends. It just gets me freaking burned.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know, like, geez, all the time. Seriously, man. It's like half of my stress level on social media is like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, I need to have a less diverse group of friends so I'm just safer in my opinions, you know, because with my diverse group of friends, it's just like, I'm expecting like, it's like trying to ask like Jim Bennett and Jacob Hansen to get along. Like, I just give up. You know what I'm saying? I just give up. Like, I'm friends with Dr. Monhotva, and also, you know, like, I got a good working relationship with, actually, I can't even say some of these progmos names because they might get offended, you know, or like that I outed them that we're talking or something, you know. But okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with disagreeing with people, and that's what I do. I disagree sometimes with people, and I did with Kwaku, and that's where things kind of took a really sharp turn into a conversation that shouldn't have even happened. But
really?
Yeah, when I'm on Twitter, like, I don't want any negative content. Like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. I don't want to fight. I just want to spread the messages from our leadership and teach truths and even invite people to join in on the discussion and everything. I sometimes stir the pot. That's what I'm known for. But
I got more than one or two friends that do that, and I swear it gives me heart palpitations, bro.
But I don't do it to the point where I would actively be teaching something that is not in harmony with the teachings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Did you get vaxxed? Oh shite! Oh shite! So that's gonna get clipped. No, so because that's what Russell M. Nelson said, right? That's what Russell M. Nelson said.
He did.
So that
He
that
did.
was funny. That was
He
savage.
did urge Latter-day Saints, and I will say the authorities of the church, they have urged us to get the vaccine, and if you feel like that's what you should do, I encourage you to do it.
I don't know. I
and
feel
follow
like
the-
that letter read a little bit differently.
He
I
says,
feel like it read a
First
little bit
Presidency
differently.
urge you to get the vaccine. Urge you to be vaccinated, to be immunized.
Okay. Oh, immunized. All right.
I like that word, immunized. They use that word, and I was like, you know what? I've been immunized.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hey,
if you got COVID, then you were immunized.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
There are
but
many
My
diverse
father-
ways.
My father, though, he's like, follow the prophet even if it kills you. Like he would not have gotten that vaccine if it weren't for the prophet, and I respect him for doing that. And I have no qualms with anybody that did get the vaccine, and I have no qualms with people that didn't get the vaccine.
that really is the dividing line between, I guess, what I found out
Frogmos.
today is called the frogmos,
Yeah.
and the middle ground of the church.
And it's a genuine concern. And we had a space on it the other night. I was saying this before, and one of
Is that what they do on Twitter now when a bunch
yeah,
of
we
people
do a
show
space.
up?
We
It's
don't
called
do
the space.
podcasts. It's called a space. And
Okay, hit
there's
it.
this one account, Sherman on X, I think. He dropped a good truth bomb, which is that he was very sympathetic, and that's how we need to be with people that have disagreements with our theology, is being sympathetic, understanding, and asking them and inviting them to pray to the Lord, read their scriptures, do what they need to be doing, the basics, to understand the will of the Lord. And so, yeah, that's exactly, I mean, I condensed a 5-minute space of what he said to just 30 seconds, but it was really good. So
Okay, cool. Last two super chats here, and then we got to go. I said like 5 minutes left, literally like 20 minutes ago. But Striped Sweater says, Jared, got any Danite memes in this fine collection? Alien Joseph Stout is my 5-time great-grandfather, or Alan Joseph Stout, not Alien, who is a Danite / bodyguard for Joseph Smith. So I'm curious. Hey, we had Andrew Miller on the program talking about how he used to hack the LDS MSN chat rooms, and we called him the Digital Danite. So you got any Danite memes for us? I
No,
wouldn't
but
recognize one.
I will look into the future into doing something like that, maybe next week.
Okay, Cheryl Allison says, Cardin, while we are training missionaries, evangelical churches are training anti-Mormons. I'm not exaggerating. They publish talking points. I can attest to this as well. One of the biggest evangelical or Baptist universities in the West Coast was in my hometown growing up. I would get surrounded by these people at lunch while I was going to high school. I'd get conned in by dates into going to Bible study, and literally seeing the syllabi of classes, how to witness to your Mormon friends, why Mormons are going to hell, all this other stuff, right?
We're gonna peel the curtain back a little bit on that tomorrow, Cardin, with the video that's coming out.
Yes, you are correct. The Temple of the Godmakers video was done right here, just right when you get off of LAX. If you would have gone straight to the 210, you know what I'm saying? Instead of having north to Los Angeles from El Segundo, if you would have kind of just gone northeast instead of just north, you would have hit Sun Valley, and the Sun Valley Church that John MacArthur was in charge of is the church that funded the Godmakers.
This is reminding me of that Saturday Night Live bit where they're talking about, oh, you get on the 405, and Californians are all about the 405, the 210, the 1-800. I don't even know. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but it's hilarious.
All the 99.
Yeah,
everything was the 99.
Everything was the 5 and the 99. The whole entire heart of the country.
Cardin literally every day for work, he drives past the road that you turn off on to go to the place that debuted the Godmakers film.
Yeah,
that's like the OG anti-Mormon 1982 documentary that all sorts of churches watch every single year for like 2 decades.
Yeah. So anyway, Fidget the Crazy says, I'm technically an anonymous account, but this made me want to use my barely used X account and start making little comics explaining Book of Mormon stories in the most unhinged, chronically online way possible. That's kind of funny. I think Fidget the Crazy would be a phenomenal political cartoonist. In fact, this is actually making political cartoons. I think is something that we need to pursue, and maybe that's a goal of 2025 or 2026, because she's a very talented artiste as well. If you don't know her that well, go on the Discord. Big shout out for the Discord right now. We'll just do it right now. Do I got my little no, I've got my buy a shirt thumbnail. I don't have the Discord thumbnail. Dang it. But yeah, check us out on the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Also, shout out for War in Heaven veteran hat. If you guys get a shirt and a hat, or just 2 beanies, 2 ties, any 2 items in the Ward Radio merch store today, you get a Widow's Mite right here. Boom shakalaka. While supplies last. An actual Widow's Mite from Judea between 103 and 76 BC. It's super cool. Thank you very much, Brian, for your contribution to the program that makes all of this possible. Where can people find you, Jared? We got to go right now. Where can people find you? How do you want them to follow you, get to know you, reach out to you? How do they do it, man?
They just go on X, and I'm at Jared Adair Bell, and that's it. That's just my full name right there. If you go and you look for Mormon Twitter, LDS Twitter, whatever you want to call it, LDSX, you'll eventually find me.
And Luke, what are you on Twitter, my man? What are you?
What am I? Luke F. Han, I believe.
Luke F. Han. All right,
that's
awesome.
that's the handle. But Luke Hansen's like the displayed name.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
A little dude in a suit hiking up a mountain.
All right. I dig. All right. Well, thank you everybody that joined the channel today. If you haven't put a like on this live stream yet, please like the live stream, both on all the platforms. Make sure you give us a like, smash that like button, share it with your friends. As we say, it's been real and it's been fun, and it's been real fun. For this and more, please make sure you guys check us out at Ward